Okay, so picture this. You're sitting there scrolling on your phone, maybe sipping coffee, maybe yelling at your cat for knocking something off the counter again. Totally normal Tuesday. And then, for exactly 5 seconds, every single oxygen atom on Earth just stops existing. Not the air, not breathing. I mean every O2 molecule, every oxygen atom locked inside water, inside rocks, inside your bones, inside the concrete, holding your apartment together. Now here's the part nobody tells you. You'd survive the breathing part, easy. Humans can hold their breath way longer than 5 seconds, even the worst of us. So if oxygen were just missing from the air, you'd barely notice. You'd feel a weird pressure drop, maybe, a little dizzy. That's it, but that's not what's happening here. We're talking about oxygen, the element, and oxygen is glued into basically everything you've ever touched. So let's walk through these 5 seconds, second by second, because it gets dark fast. The first thing that happens, the sky goes dark, like instantly. Daytime, midnight, doesn't matter. The reason the sky is blue is because sunlight scatters off particles in the atmosphere, and a huge chunk of those particles, ozone, oxygen, gone. So the scattering stops. The sky turns black. You can see stars at noon. People are looking up like, what the hell? Meanwhile, the ozone layer, which is literally just oxygen doing a fancy dance, vanishes. For 5 seconds, every living thing on the daytime side of Earth gets blasted with raw, unfiltered UV radiation from the sun. Instant sunburn, like severe sunburn, the kind that peels. If you're outside, you're getting cooked. Skin cancer rates for the next 30 years just spiked, and we don't even know it yet. Now the water goes. Water is H2O, 2 hydrogens on 1 oxygen. Take the oxygen out, you're left with hydrogen gas. Every ocean, every lake, every glass of water on your nightstand, every drop of sweat on a guy's forehead in Phoenix, it all instantly turns into pure hydrogen. Hydrogen is the lightest element in the universe. It floats. So the oceans don't just disappear, they evaporate upward at terrifying speeds. The Pacific Ocean is now a hydrogen cloud rising into space. Boats, ships, submarines, that one guy paddleboarding off the coast of California, they all drop. There's nothing under them anymore, just air. They fall. Same for fish, whales, dolphins. Everything aquatic just suddenly free falls toward what used to be the seafloor. It's really bad. Here's where it gets architectural. Concrete is about 30% oxygen by weight. Every single concrete building on Earth, skyscrapers, bridges, parking garages, your grandma's basement steps, instantly loses a third of its mass. They don't just crack, they crumble, they turn to dust. New York City collapses, Tokyo collapses, Dubai, with its mile-high skyscrapers held together by reinforced concrete, falls flat, highways pancake, tunnels cave in, Hoover Dam, dust. The pyramids, okay, those are limestone, which is also oxygen heavy, so yeah, also dust. If you're standing on a sidewalk, the sidewalk vanishes from under you. You drop into raw dirt. Your inner ear is doing something specific right now. The bones in your ear, like everywhere else, are roughly 25% oxygen. They're not solid anymore. For about a second, you can't balance. The whole world is spinning, plus the pressure outside your body just dropped because the atmosphere lost about 21% of its mass. That's the oxygen content of air, and now everything's depressurizing fast. Your eardrums pop. Some people pass out from the pressure change alone. If you were on an airplane mid-flight, the plane's engines need oxygen to combust fuel, so they cut out. The plane is now a glider, a really fast, really doomed glider. Cars, same deal. Internal combustion engines need oxygen. Every car on every highway just dies. Lights go out. Power plants run on combustion too. The grid blinks off worldwide. Last second. This is the weirdest one. Earth's crust, the actual ground we live on, is 46% oxygen, almost half. When that oxygen vanishes, the crust loses its structural integrity. Mountains slump, cliffs collapse. The ground in some places literally sinks several meters. Coastlines reshape. The Himalayas drop a few hundred feet in a single second. Mount Everest is suddenly a less impressive mountain. And there's one more thing. Your own body is 65% oxygen by mass. Most of that is locked in water inside your cells. Take that out and every cell in your body would partially dehydrate at the same instant. Your skin wouldn't hold together right. You'd basically deflate. Most people don't survive second 5. And then, snap, oxygen comes back. But here's the kicker. When all that hydrogen that used to be ocean meets returning oxygen in the atmosphere, boom, literal boom. Hydrogen and oxygen love each other. They combust. Massive explosions across the entire planet. Every former ocean is now a fireball. The sky lights up in chains of detonation that can be seen from the moon. The few survivors, and there would be some, mostly people in shallow caves or basements that didn't fully collapse, would crawl out into a world that doesn't look like Earth anymore. No oceans, no buildings, mountains in the wrong shape, a sky still hazy with hydrogen burn-off, UV radiation still elevated because the ozone layer needs years to rebuild. Civilization, done. Reset to zero, maybe -0. So yeah, 5 seconds. That's all it would take. The wild part is, this isn't even physically possible. Oxygen can't just disappear because of conservation of mass. But the thought experiment teaches you something kind of beautiful. Oxygen isn't just the thing we breathe. It's the glue. It's what holds the whole planet together. It's in the rocks, the water, the buildings, your bones, the air, the sky. We treat it like background, like wallpaper, but it's actually the load-bearing wall of the entire planet. So next time you take a deep breath, maybe think about that for a second. You're not just filling your lungs, you're participating in the same chemistry that keeps continents standing. Pretty wild for something you can't even see. Anyway, don't have nightmares.